let's talk about, as we referred to earlier in the show, teams that are dangerous. We're not talking about the Miamis or Indianas right now, or the OKCs or the San Antonios. Give me somebody to look out for. Somebody maybe a little under the radar. Somebody that you think, you know what?
My UConn?
They may.
My UConn pick?
Yeah.
Ernie, the Toronto Raptors.
Yes.
I think they could win they're going to win at least one round, and they're going to be a tough out.
For either Miami or Indiana?
Yes, they're going to be a tough out, Ernie. They're better than people think they are.
Jed, are you buying that?
I got a team, and it hit me, and when it hit me, I liked it.
Did you answer the question?
No, I'm not talking about your guys. I'm thinking of my own.
Okay.
He asked you a question about my team.
All right, so are you
Never
buying
mess
what he's
with
selling?
me again.
Yeah. No, you certainly not.
No. Not mess with us ever again.
Ever again.
Yeah.
But
I think you do make a valid point. Go ahead, Kenny.
I think I'm going to go with the Charlotte Bobcats.
Really?
I think that
See, Charlotte right now would play Toronto, so you think Charlotte would beat Toronto?
I think Charlotte has a great chance of beating Toronto. And because I think between the inside-outside attack, my man in the paint,
Al Jefferson,
and my man on the outside, Kemba Walker. I think that's a tough balance of guys that make big shots and can make big plays. Because the playoffs are not only about making big plays in the last 2 minutes of the game, and those two guys can make big plays on the offensive end. So I'm going to go with Charlotte.
I'm going to disagree with both of these guys. I'm going to go with Brooklyn because old guys, we don't really like messing around with the regular season. We want to wait for the playoffs. The playoffs are coming up. Garnett will be back. He'll get rest. Like Kenny said, if he can come in and give us adequate moments.
You mean those last 2 months he's been sitting out ain't getting rest?
Yeah, it is getting rest. But, you know, if Joe could play well, Paul could play well, if, Deron Williams can get his confidence back, I see Brooklyn.
Second best record in the East right now since the All-Star break. Chicago's got the best record at 19-7. Toronto third, and then Charlotte fourth, and then Miami with the fifth best record in the East.
Since the break?
Yeah, and then
So, Shaq,
Indiana's number 7.
Right now, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn and Chicago, I'm going with Brooklyn.
See, I also think Chicago will win that series.
4-2, I'm going with Brooklyn. Chuck,
Toronto and Charlotte, I'm going with Charlotte.
You said to me times, Chicago don't have enough scoring.
But they can beat. See, I think that Brooklyn, I don't know if they got enough scoring.
Yeah, Paul and Joe, they get hot.
Yeah, that's two guys. Okay, you got 3 guys. I just think Chicago.
Plumlee.
They're the best defensive
6 to 8
team. They're the
points.
best team in the best defensive team in the NBA.
You're not.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You said they got Plumlee.
Yeah, give me
Which
6
one?
to 8.
Gives you 6 to 8 points.
Which one?
The one that jumped real high.
The one that didn't get the foul call, though.
Take a guess. Which one is it, Mason or Miles?
It's Miles.
No, it's Mason.
Oh, Mason, okay.
Miles.
Well, you had a 50-50 chance.
Miles is in Phoenix.
Mason.
Okay, how about in the West? Give me a dangerous team in the West.
The Golden State Warriors.
Even if David Lee's not 100%.
They're the team that could steal a series like they did last year by shooting it. I don't think they can win without David Lee. But these teams up top are so good, they're not going to lose in the first round. But you asked me the question, if one team could shoot their way in a series, we saw it last year.
Yeah.
If Thompson and Steph Curry are hitting shots, and if David Lee is healthy and Bogut, they always have a shooter's chance.
Without question, shooter's chance is a great appropriate term for that.
Houston, Portland would be a.
See, I'm going. That was it. I'm like
there, man.
The forgotten about Portland Trailblazers. You know, they came out so hot and early going, but they have 2 guys that can make big, huge plays, in Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge. So, with those 2 guys being able to make plays, they can get back to that early season kind of movement.
My answer is they're not in yet, but if they get in, I'm going to go with Memphis. Because the way they played against Miami the other day, that was good, solid.
Man, they got a terrific point guard.
Terrific point guard.
A great
big guys are playing great.
Yeah, but actually, I'm
Tough place to play.
gonna agree with Kenny because the one reason I said something earlier tonight about why the Rockets can't win the championship, they can't guard point guards. Lillard will have a field day against Houston. That could be an upset in the first. I don't know if it'll happen, but the Rockets have trouble guarding point guards. And Damian Lillard
Beverly's in there to guard guys.
Yeah, but he hurts there on the offensive
He hurts the
end.
offensive end.
You see, that's the thing I talked about a couple weeks ago. He's a better defender than Lynn, but Lynn can't guard those elite point guards. So it's kind of like
You have to play one of them.
you got to play one or the other one.
Don't sleep on the Rockets, though.
Yeah.
As I'm saying, don't sleep on
No,
them. Hey,
I'm
Oh,
not
no,
sleeping.
no,
You just
we're
said
not
it was
sleeping on them.
possible.
yeah.
Rocket Rider.
That's a great series.